Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making fake enchiladas. They're not your typical enchiladas that you get at a Mexican restaurant. These are a family recipe that we've been eating for years. Started out as a one skillet meal, but because the family grew, we had to go with cake pans or large casserole dishes. And so we're going to show you how to make these enchiladas. And again, they're not typical, but they are good. So let's get started. So what we're going to need for this cook is we are going to need cheese, lots of it. Use it like you're selling it, not like you're buying it. Tortillas, chopped green chilies, can of cream of mushroom soup, red enchilada sauce, chopped or sliced black olives, and the most important ingredient, 2 pounds of ground beef that we've already got started back here. Now we need to add some onions to that ground beef, so let's get started. So we're going to get started and chop the onion. So we've got half an onion. It's about like this. So we're going to go ahead and put this in with the meat. And we're going to stir this in. And we're going to let that cook till the meat is done and we're ready to add our other ingredients. Okay, so while we're waiting on our meat to finish cooking, we're going to get started rolling a few tortillas with cheese in them. I've already done some and already got them in a pan. I'm just going to show you a couple. It's real easy, and this is how you do it. So you're going to take some cheese. You can use as little or as much cheese as you want. We like to use a good amount around here because we're cheese folks. And we're going to roll this up, give it a little smash, and we're going to put it in the We're going to put it right here. Well, let's do another one so you can see that again. I'm going to roll this up, give it a little smash, set it right here, and we got room for one more. And like I said, you use as much or as little cheese as you want. Now, I've never tried this with non-dairy cheese, but I'm sure it would be good. And then with what you've got on the cutting board, I like to just scrape that up. We'll sprinkle it right on top so we don't waste anything. Now, let's check our beef. All right, so here we have our ground beef. We're going to go ahead and stir that up a little bit. We want those onions to cook just a little more. We are going to bake this, so if they're not completely cooked, you're good to go. We're using 80-20, and really I think it's less than 80-20. This is a calf that we butchered ourselves, and or had butchered for us, that we bought and fed out, and he seems to be a little lean. But if you've got a lot of grease in here, you want to make sure that when you're done cooking, you've got your grease drained off. And that looks to be, we may call that good. We're going to call that good because the onions will cook as it's cooking in the oven.
Go ahead.
All right, so right now our hamburger is complete. We're going to go ahead and put in our ingredients, our black olives, our enchilada sauce, and our cream of mushroom soup. So let's get started doing that. So we're going to get started adding our other ingredients. We're going to add black olives, enchilada sauce, cream of mushroom soup, and then we're going to add some green chilies. But I'm not going to add the green chilies right away. with the first three ingredients. And the reason for that is we have little kids that are going to be eating this. And even though the green chilies that I got are mild, they still carry a little heat, and that can be a little much for kids. If you don't like green chilies, leave them out. But we're going to put them in only after we fix the kids' enchiladas. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to add is the black olives. And you can add those right to the meat. And we're going to give those a quick stir. Make sure they're all incorporated evenly. Then we're going to add our enchilada sauce. And I like to get the goodie out of the enchilada sauce, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water in here. Get all of it out of there. Then we're going to add, I need a spatula. We're going to add our cream of mushroom soup. Now you want to make sure that this is all incorporated really well. So we're going to go ahead and get this stirred up. Now we want to put these back on the stove for a little bit. We want it to heat all the way through. Basically, when you put these things in the oven, all you're doing is melting the cheese within the tortilla and what's on top, and then you're done. So because everything is cooked, but we want to make sure this is nice and warm all the way through. So we're going to put it back on the stove and turn on the fire. We're going to prepare this for the adults. So we're going to put our green chilies in right now. And basically we're just going to dump them in. And like I said, this is already cooked and this is hot. We put it on a stove and simmered it for a while. And we're just going to mix this up in here. And these chilies will cook into this as this thing sits in the oven. So, again, this is the adult version. You want to make sure you have it all spread out. This is really good stuff. This is one of our family favorites. We used to eat this at least, when the kids were at home, at least once a week. Relatively quick when you're not filming. Okay, we have that. Now we're going to put some foil on, or we'll put some cheese on this and then some foil. Now what I like to do with this is kind of tint it a little. Oops, wrong way. So it doesn't stick to the cheese. Now the only thing left to do, put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes and get everything going. So this has been in the oven for 30 minutes. It's covered with foil. We remove the foil and then another 5 minutes to make sure all the cheese is melted and all the ooey gooey goodness. So now it's time to taste. Okay. So some of that cheese on there. That's the best part. All right, so there it is. Let's give it a taste. Cut it right in the middle. You see all the cheese is melted. There's a lot of cheese in there. So let's give it a taste now. So here you go. This is going to be hot. Very good. That was very good. The cheese is all melted. You can taste the green chilies that we've got in there. If you want to go hotter on the green chilies, you can get the hot. If you want to go hotter on the enchiladas, you can go hot on the enchilada sauce. We went with mild on the green chilies and mild on the enchilada sauce because we've got the kids, but we also did not put any green chilies into their enchiladas. I have you guys need to try this at home. It's really good. Fix a little Spanish rice, which we've got back here on the stove, and just enjoy it. And I hope you do like it. And again, this is not your typical enchilada that you're going to get at a Mexican restaurant, but it is good, and it's a different version of it. So y'all have a good time. Leave a comment below if you tried the recipe. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know if you like enchiladas, what kind of enchiladas you like. So y'all take care. Have a good one. We love you. Catch you next time.